What is up, everyone? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? I hate that this happened. I literally just hit a short right at the open that cleared up very nicely here. Um, right into this kind of overnight London high, as well as I had a fib level here. Also, coming into yes, this 350. I had a little bit more room on yes, but it's worked out a little bit. So I'm already out a little bit of it. Just happened to time out right at the open. Um, so we'll just write that one off. But we'll take a look at everything. How's everyone doing? What's up, Cliff? Sliding in here right at the beginning this morning. Great to see you. Uh, yeah. So what is going on? Well, I mean, we can look at a few different things first. Let's just go with what is currently happening here. We filled the gap already on SPY. We also hit previous day's low, which is worth noting. Previous day's low has been broken. We'll look at the statistics on that, but that is not a good thing if you're bullish. If you're bearish, it's a good thing. Filled the gap here on oh yeah, the gap was like right we were right at yesterday's close on QQQ. That's where the gap is up there. Um, we still haven't got to where we yesterday's lows or yesterday's open was right here. I think we test that soon. Wow, what a little move here, a little dump ski right off the open. IWM is absolutely ripping. I, IWM is flying, and everything else is red. It's weird. All right, I'm grabbing my mixed staticky. Hmm. Let me know if it gets any better here, Cliff. Let me get some music going here as well. Yeah. All right. So the first thing we look at is previous day's range. 71% chance of a red day on SPY. SPY took out previous day's low, which gives 71% chance of a red day today. Tech may lead the way down today. We'll see. It's rattling. The mic is rattling. See if this is any better. Yeah, see if this is any better now. I can hear. Hold on. I can hear a rattle somewhere. All right, let me get this statistic out for everyone. But you see this right here on my screen: 71% chance of a red day early. Um, I think it's the yes bounce. Wow. What's up, everyone? Welcome in. Yeah, let me get this tweet out real fast with the statistics for the day, and then we'll start looking. I hit that one trade I was shorting up here, and I mean, it got all but my last target. I was looking for this like 266 to get swept, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. That's a well. I'm looking at IWM is flying. That candle reaction on SPY is really good, but tech looks terrible right now. Look how different these two look. Let me just zoom in so you can see this. Look how different this is versus this. That's concerning actually. The divergence has been nasty. We were talking to some good future traders this morning about how when they see divergence like this, it's almost like a pump the brakes type of moment. And I kind of agree with that. It makes me a little bit more careful because like if if one is like I mean, right, for example, if one's above support and the other one's below support, it's like which one's going to act as support or resistance? Like which indice is going to be stronger? I think we're going down just based on the bigger picture of things. Maybe de-risking ahead of earnings today seems like the play. Ooh, new low. Go back to SPY here. Let me finish this tweet real fast. We'll get going. I'll check all the comments you guys got going on over here. All right, got this data sent out. How's everyone doing? Is my mic bad? Is it bad? I don't. If it's bad, I'll have to figure something else out. Sounds good. Rattles. Oh, there we go. Bazo Sprout. Here we go. I just got my last. Okay, I just took my last trim, 75 points. Can't figure out why it's rattling. I can hear the rattle too. Wonder if it's my connection. I don't know. Either way, let's here, I got an idea. I think I have an idea. All right. All right. Well, gap fill is taken care of. Previous day range, like we saw, is bearish. Why is SPY doing so much better than NQ right now? That is, I mean, we haven't even got to previous day's low, so it's kind of deceiving. SPY's break even, but it also took out the previous day's low. If you use red, but it hasn't taken that out. Looks like ES is going to play catch up here, honestly. All right. Is my mic better now? Somebody give me a little heads up in the chat. I think I had spaces playing through the same earphone so loud it was picking up what they were saying. So I had to drop that, which is fine. Look at this dive. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I think we can go all the way down here. Let's go. Oh, rugged. Oh, rugged. Sorry, guys. I took this trade right before, like right at the open, and the countdown was still going on. I tried to yell it on spaces real fast. But I'm hanging out with you guys now for the next 2 hours. All right. Sounds good on YouTube. Perfect. All right, yeah, let's dive into it, guys. You got my attention now for sure. I had to manage this trade and had to get that post out for everyone. Let me turn on some stuff here. So Fibonacci by session takes us a little bit lower. Where's SPY? SPY's still hanging in right here. So I use two different things, right? I use the IB, which is the initial balance, Scotty, and I use the 30-minute orb. So like on this chart setup, which is like my 5-minute NQ and ES, I have 30-minute orb set on here so I can watch that. And then on my 15-minute chart, I use the IB. So I watch both 30-minute and first hour of the market. The first hour I have a little bit stronger data points on, but from just a trading, like day trading standpoint, I do watch that 30-minute orb a lot as well. 15-minute orb, I know people that use it. Sometimes I don't know. To me, I like it a little bit better for the first 30 minutes. That first 15 minutes a little fast, but I do know people that watch that. I know people that watch all the way down to the first print. Holy cow, dude. Look at this move. Oh my goodness. I'm just holding some runners here. Whoa. I don't even know what I'm up. I shorted like 340 was my average. Wow, what a day. Uh, hey, what a morning. It's barely even got going here. Yeah, so previous day low is broken, very bearish statistic. Look at this on QQQ. All right, so you might get a bounce here. So this is you just went off of the New York session range yesterday. This is that first fib extension I always look for on a retrace. So you might get a little bit of first target met. You filled the gap from yesterday that never filled, but this thing looks like it's just straight de-risking. Looks like de-risking ahead of earnings, honestly. That was kind of my thought going into today. ES did play that catch up. Wow. All right, guys, the first like 15, 20 minutes of the market, sometimes you're just getting your bearings. I mean, look at, ugh. Ugh. Wow. What a move. Guys, I do apologize. Like I yelled this on spaces real fast. I was in the middle of the countdown here. There was nothing I could really do. Um, I mean, I covered. I took a term at 20 points, took a term at 40 points or whatever. Oh my gosh. I'm running out of. How many points is this? Holy sh! All right, 170 points. I'm taking full profit here. That's it. I I think you short the next pop, but this thing has to bounce to get us to be able. I don't want to long this because my overall picture was short. Ooh, great little foot. You're all over this. All you guys been managing stuff. Oh my goodness. QQQ just hit the daily 9 EMA. Good call out on that little foot. Spy still has some room. $23 100. I actually do like Cliff now that I'm looking. I don't think we're done dying. If this comes back to 200, I think you short it and try to get another 100 points. I didn't have the first 30 minutes yet. Well, IB is going to be super bearish, so we have that in our favor as far as looking for continuation. Could reject right here. You're super extended here. What a move, though. One move like that a day is all you need. You guys taking any trades? I know Cliff was looking at that bounce play. Anything, I would be looking to reshort. I don't know if I want to do it here. That's a little quick. Here for sure. And you look at this rejects right here. So you have your 1.618 extension based off of yesterday's like move up, yesterday's range down there. You also have S2 down there as well. Where is ES? I need to draw some new fibs here. I think this pretty much played out already, but let's see what this looks like. So I like to draw the fibs just on the move of the range. Oh yes, it's right on that 1.618. There's no news that I heard. I haven't heard any news. Dang, guys, I wish I was live on here 2 minutes sooner. That bounced off that fib or within a tick of that fib. This thing is weak though. So well, yeah, edgeful stats. Like this is so I hit on the biggest one. So the gap fill is the one of the main ones I watch. That's already played out. The first hour of the market, we don't have those yet, but we can kind of predict what those are going to look like. The previous day's range. So let's go to previous day's range. So here's SPY statistics. This is the one I hit on a little bit earlier. So if you're just joining the stream, let's go over this again. Previous day's range. When previous day's low breaks, you end up red 71% of the time on that day. That's on SPY. If I throw it on QQQ, which you can see we more than broke previous day's range right there. If I throw it on QQQ, 72%. So 3/4 of the time, basically, you take out a previous day's low, you're going to close that day red. So that's the first thing I'm looking at. If I go back to my what's in play, I watch the initial balance and opening candle continuation. So a couple things here. This first hour of the market, obviously our gap's already filled. That's out of the way. Our IB high is unless something crazy happens here, our IB high fit is going to form first. Our IB low is going to form second. That means we should break the lower side. Our opening candle first hour of the market, unless once again something crazy happens, that's going to be red. That's like an 80%. So like I can just because I look at the stats every day, I can already tell you based on opening candle continuation, which is this right here. Here, I'll just go ahead and go to the report. We don't have the first hour yet, but if the first hour is red, we're red 74% of the time. That's on QQQ. You could do the same thing for SPY, but if we look at this, I mean, as long as this first hour doesn't come back up here, we should be down here the rest of the day. So that's a high statistic, right? High statistic, 74% of the time. So I have two very strong stats. I'm also going to have this first hour IB by rejection. So this is IB initial balance breakout. You should break at least one side 97.5% of the time. So there's only 2.4% of the time you don't break one side or the other of the first hour of the market. The reason I bring that up is because this by rejection, those of you that have seen the stream before, you know this is probably my favorite one. When the high forms first, look at this, 69%, basically round that to 70% of the time, you're going to break the low. So what is that? That tells me that the high formed first here, the low formed second here. So within the next 30 minutes, if we're wherever we are in this area, we should take out the low. Even if this ends up making a low down here somewhere, we should still take out that low. That happens 70% of the time. So that's kind of the main thing that I'm looking at right now on Edgeful for this. For that previous day's range broken, first hour of the market's red, the IB high formed first, IB low formed second. Those are the bread and butter ones that are for me are in play today. The other thing you can look at ADR. So ADR has been exceeded. That means we've moved more than the average daily range already. We're only down 1%. We could easily have a much bigger day down than that. Seems like we could go much further. SPY probably wants this down here, which would be the daily 9 EMA, this purple one. So I mean, that was a good call. Who was that? Littlefoot? That was a great call out from Littlefoot a while ago. QQQ, you're sitting basically right on it. That purple one up there. This is the green one's a 20 simple moving. This is the 21. I just have both of them on here. They're so close together. We haven't seen either of those. Stuff running on my screen here. We haven't seen either one of those in a while. Just had some Richmond Fed data come out. Wow. Is that 1,000 lots sitting right above us on NQ? Uh, yes, but I mean, look, it's been a month, almost to the day, since we've touched even the 20 or the 21. That doesn't mean we touch it today. That just means it's been a while. Well, they yanked it. Yeah, look at the bottom of this wick is right on the daily nine. 1,000 lots are on NQ. They're tossing around right now. Boy. You do have to watch all these highs. Boy, if SPY fells right here, it gets real ugly. All right. Now that I see this on SPY, this NFP, this definitely could be a bounce spot. Plus, we're a little overcooked to the downside. So this EMA 9 needs to catch up. Um, didn't quite get to 100. I'm just trying to decide. Honestly, this is probably the best spot to reshort is probably here. Previous day's low and the EMA 9 catching up. See kind of what happens. This could overshoot and then do this. I don't know. That's going to be the next setup. The way that this looks, it may take another like little bit to do this. Unless this is just the low. I'm really looking to reshort this thing right here, 200. That kind of lines up with this on yes right here. It's about 20 minutes too early for that first hour. Yeah, look, daily 9 exactly on QQQ. Me too. Seems a bit quick, but I really want to reshort the previous day low back test here. ES did it, and NQ didn't quite get there. What's up, Bob? Bobby W. Yeah, it's tough, Cliff. Yeah, where do you put your stop? So like, I mean, do you short here and put your stop up here? It is tough. Plus, like, you had this huge move down. Do you get kind of like the rubber band effect? But I'm picking so in Q is what I know a little bit better. Sometimes I see a better opportunity in yes. Um, depending like if what direction I'm looking. If I'm looking long, um, but if I'm looking long, for example, and ES is much stronger than in Q, then maybe I long that. I don't. There's some just like little pieces of what do you call it? Some little pieces of like context confluence that I look for. Um, ES is like way weaker than NQ, and I'm looking to short against resistance. I'm going to go with the weak one. Today, it looks more about. I mean, Nasdaq looks way weaker than everything else. I by size is not a bad. It's not a bad thought. It's almost like this guy created this stuff. This seems like a good thing to think about. How big is the size of this IB on QQ? So far, and we've still got 15 minutes, but you got 1% IB here. Interesting, the no break stats about the same. Hmm. This is kind of that same. This is that area right here to short end. EMA9 finally catches up. Previous day's low on those. Where's SPY? Probably get started here. It's tough. You could get absolutely ran over right here. I think you could start it here. I'm just gonna go super light here. A little bit late, but this is the idea. I have the luxury that I have some profits to play with here a little bit too. And I can add if I need to. Ooh, Carlito, I may have to take a look at I just took a look at gold here shortly. I just took NQ. For the record, I am placing real trades on my broker accounts, my prop accounts. Is that the 15-minute orb, Thanos? So what I'm seeing here is, let me go to NQ. Previous day low area right here. Also, that EMA9 finally caught up, and it's still a little bit early, but all the metrics say that we should probably try to take out the low. I think we at least test it again. Might be a little bit early. It might have to come back up here first, but that's my thought process. Even if we came all the way up here, I'd probably try again, but that gets a little bit far. I would rather look for the continuation here. Seems very aggressive and weak. Yes, Cliff, I am targeting that 1.618 extension. I'd be targeting, hopefully, if this just takes 10 minutes to play out, we're targeting the new low of day because we want that IB to break, and that IB, the initial balance, first hour of the market, we want that to break. We got 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I'm sorry, until that sets. So if we kind of just hang out in here for a bit and then get the move. I don't like to predict price action too much, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. We'll see if it holds right here. It's not a bad spot to hold and try to push back into this area, but price action's down. I mean, completely taken out Friday. I mean, yeah, Friday's lows at this point. So we took out 2 previous day lows. SPY probably is going to finish this move down here to the MA9. Littlefoot, you're going to look at Yeah, that London low. That's what I liked better, which is that's also previous. Well, no wait, London low was a little bit higher, wasn't it? It was like right here. Yeah, 224. I wouldn't be surprised to see this get tagged. As long as we're under the previous day's low, I'll continue to be short. And after this big of a move, I really don't like shorting right away. Honestly, this would probably be better to wait 15 minutes or so and then try it, but all right, I'm already in it. I went super light on this one, full disclosure. Um, Even if this comes all the way back up, stops me out, I'm not even losing a quarter of my profits from the trade I took this morning. So we'll see what happens, though. I mean, that's my read on the scenario. I've been wrong before, I've been right before, either way. I really do think we're going to come take out this. I mean, we have already broken the 30-minute orb low. That one can double break, but based on the size today, I highly doubt it. What's the size of that 30-minute? Oh, that is actually, stats are actually a little bit more than I thought they would be on double breaks. Hmm. I don't know. Not something I look at every day, just looking around for some confidence. Uh, Bob, I've probably been wrong twice already today. If you ask my wife, I've probably been wrong. I didn't even know it. That first touch of the EMA 9 caught up here as well, rejecting previous day's low. See if we can go. Honestly, if this is just wait 5 minutes and then do this, that's going to be the perfect setup. We don't always get the cleanest ones, but it's first hour of the market. I formed. Here, I can go ahead and turn the gap fill off because that's. Rather just make this clean. Here's the high of the first hour. So far, this is the low of the first hour. We should break this low based on statistics. We don't have. I mean, we could come up here first, like just statistically, 70+%. Pretty strong statistics, you know. Really interesting thing is IWM is actually really strong. That's a decent strong. Nvidia down 3% is not. Oh, it basically filled a gap too, didn't it? Basically. A little bit lower, Nvidia. What else is getting pummeled? Broadcom. So this is just chips in general getting pummeled. Good down almost 4%. Dell, look at ARM down 5%. Yeah, it's Simi's. What's SMH doing? Simi's is your market leader, and look at this. Simi's across the board down 2.25%. 3 minutes until that first hour, and I already told you guys what the data looks like. First hour, opening candle continuation is red. Bearish confluence. IB high form first, low form second. We should take this out. The only thing is this big of an IB makes me a little bit less excited about it, but I still like it. So that's where I'm at on my thought process right now. I need to take a look at gold. Gold looks so good on the daily. Let's go to the daily first on gold. So you see this. Let me take that off. So here's your gold daily. Look at all these EMAs consolidating. Price has been consolidating. It's basically doing this, getting tighter. And then you're starting to get the breakout. I mean, this is your heavy resistance that it broke over today. Gold probably goes to new all-time highs. Gold looks like a fat long, actually. Intraday, yeah. Look at this. So this is a beautiful, so big move in gold, came back down, tested previous day highs right here. Immediate buy reaction going to the highs. That looks amazing, actually. Golly, Coles. I know they had earnings this morning, right? Was it earnings? Or is this just a squeeze? Is this just a retail short squeeze? No, they don't even have earnings till. Oh, so this is also a sign a lot of times in the market when you have what does it look like since the open? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. How much was it up? 100%? Yeah, they started trying to hit meme stocks yesterday too. When that happens, it's usually a late cycle market thing, meaning they s- they're chasing some type of win and stuff. Means they're like leaving alone the broader market and starting to, yeah, they're starting to try to short squeeze stuff. All right, there's our first hour. It's usually late market cycle. Let's see what happens here on this little push back into the EMAs. Same spot. This 203 to 223 is where I really like it a little bit better. All right, that's where I can take my little ad. Previous day's low right there. All right, what's that put my average at? Move my average up just a tad there, 190. Yes, it's this midpoint VWAP 21. That's crazy, Cliff. I wasn't even watching it. I don't know, those stocks don't even really hit my radar. Now, as resilient as the market's been, it is tough to short against this huge move down. You got to think people are going to buy it, but we'll see what happens. Oh, why is Tesla ripping? All right, see if we reject here. We go any higher, which who was it that said one of you guys said wait for London yesterday's London low. This is the area I really liked. I got a little bit early to this one, but okay. I really don't want to go over that midpoint though. Yeah, 229, 230 is as high as I want to let this go. But like I said, the statistics tell me we should look for this. We do kind of have a fair value gap still right there. Maybe SPY goes and hits that. What SPY did come off of, though, looks pretty good down there. We get all the way back up here, I'll try to short it again because the statistics would tell me we should close red. Bob, you really think that Tesla was that excited? I mean, I know they have earnings tomorrow, but you really think they were that excited about the drive-in? This is where it needs to reject. Here. This is where we closed. What's the daily look like? Got daily 9 EMA. Might have been the buy. What tells me SPY wants to go touch it. Now, the thing is, if SPY gets another candle or two up like this EMA 9 is going to come up real close to touching it. We'll see. You can also see this right here. Not a terrible spot. We'll see what happens though. See if we get a little upper wick rejection here. Could have been a little bit more patient on the second trade, but part of the game. I took one last little ad. Okay, 197 is my cost basis. 197 point. Yeah, 197 even. So those ads, like I'm back into almost like a half of a normal position here, but I have a lot better risk reward if this does play out. See if we turn around here a little bit. There. And if this reclaims in the previous day's low here, or if I see ES do the same thing here, then if we don't reject and get back under previous day's low, then that whole idea is gone. Hopefully we can get back down to this 170. De-risk. Wait, if you hold though right here, the way this market's been, they may buy this up. That pre-market low from yesterday right there. That right there, I don't want it to go any higher than that. At 230. Need a rejection here, otherwise I will take this one. Let's see. Apple looking decent today, even though everything else a rotation. Everything looks pretty good right now, honestly, to go a little higher. But I'm already in the trade. My risk is already set. Won't not gonna do anything any different here. That buy on ES down here would have been sick. There's a big seller that keeps moving his order around. 760 contracts sitting right here on the 758. It's at 229. See what this guy does. This is pre-market lows on SPY and ES as well. Nice trade, Cliff. That bounce trade was beautiful. Probably should have waited for the confirmation before I trade this short. I was worried about it being that extended of a move, especially in the market environment we're on where they just keep wanting to buy these dips. Anything, I'll try again at previous day's low on QQQ. It's in a bad area to try it though. Apple just turned back over. A lot of your big names are still pushing up a little bit here. Not like crazy, but a little bit. Guy keeps moving his order up. I just need to wait until he fills. 225, 230-ish. I'm gonna get a rejection. Yeah, we'll see. Littlefoot waited for his spot here. Littlefoot's probably got a lot better entry than me. Yeah, I should have waited probably for this area. I got a little bit aggressive, but I went slow on my average in. I wish I had an average up here closer to 205, 210, but you know, 10, 13 points on reduced size, I'll be fine either way. I mean, I would have to make some really poor decisions today to go back to have a red day and give back much. I mean, I'm not even going to risk half my profits here. Actually, probably not even a third of my total profits here on this trade. But I hit a short last night from here to here. I didn't get all this, but I got from 340, basically the same spot I shorted this morning, to 300, and then I got a lot of this move. I took full profit here, so we're sitting good on the day, but we're gonna see if this plays out. I just want to give everybody the context of what I'm doing, what my trade's looking for. I'm looking for this 170 area. Yeah, once 130 or 171. Three upper wicks in a row. Starting to look more bear flaggy, isn't it? This breaks down. Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm just explaining it in case somebody's like confused. I like to over explain my thought process just to kind of try to get inside my mind a little bit here. But if it doesn't work, like I know what my win rate is, my statistics are based on and I know my sizing as well. So I know I size down on this trade versus a normal trade with a much wider stop, and I'm playing a much wider target. And I know I can, with those ads, I can de-risk back in here in this area. Does not need to hold right here though. It needs to drop. That's the spot for it to reject though. I drew that line there. Midpoint. Statistically, we should break this. We don't have to, but we should just statistically. So that's the direction I'm going in. Whoa. What was the music doing just then? Yeah, I'm comfortable holding this short, but what is the music doing? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I gotta go to a different station. Come on, shorties. Get back under previous day's slow. Get back down here. Yeah, like that 169. This is the 25% level of this entire range. So this entire range for the IB, the first hour, you have 50% here, 25%, 75% on the retracement level. What's SPY doing? Yeah. It's all right. I'll stay patient and hang out. So, there's been like no news come out this morning. I had to refresh my squawker to make sure it was turned on. Big order never filled on NQ, by the way. I don't know what he's doing. SPY rolling over. Microsoft just rolled over. It's a good look. Nvidia is still decently strong here. Meta and Amazon are starting to look rough. So I started looking for confluence on the trade. If I look at, for example, Microsoft, we go to 5 minutes, so it's a little clearer. So you see Microsoft kind of low, and any of these could make a higher low, right? I mean, that's still a probability here, or a possibility. That's starting to happen. Let's see, Google, nothing to worry about there. Amazon trying to get a little roll. Apple's decently strong today. The chips are what was weakest in the morning. I see Nvidia's still kind of strong on this bounce, though. And just get us back down here, and then we'll kind of assess and see where we're at. DS holds right here. It's not a bad look, though. Could make the reclaim argument. And we're trying to hold the MA9. Oh, might get a higher low move here. EMA reclaim. Let's see what happens. This actually looks pretty good on yes, but you got to clear this, and then you go up towards that previous. We didn't even get to the previous day's low on yes yet. If we get slapped here again. 15 minutes still enclosed. What we got? Top of the hour in 4 minutes. Let me check the screener. I don't think we've looked at this morning. What's holding me back from adding more? Well, kind of what I was just saying. Previous day, if it reclaims in the previous day's low right here, same thing kind of happening over here on the future side. Didn't quite retest, like when you look at, I mean, QQQ basically retested the pre-market lows, but didn't retest like the opening print yesterday. Like on the daily candle, it didn't quite retest that after the breakdown. SPY. Previous day's low on SPY right here. Could retest that first. Yeah, so if it does come up here, I can just try again. I get stopped out here, wait for that rejection, try again. Or it could just be a complete reclaim. I mean, when you look at what SPY came off of, the NFP, that was a good spot for ES to come off of. So, I mean, those are kind of the things that I'm saying, okay, I don't want to add back in. This is looking really good, actually, for kind of a reclaim reversal. We haven't touched VWAP yet on NQ. If we touch that and get hit, then stay in the trade. Screener, but look at this. Bearish across the board, so I don't want to play full reversal. If anything, I just want to look short again at some point. IB has no breaks except for on Tesla. Previous day's range. Some bearish. Some reversed hard off of that. IB by rejection, mostly bearish. So I have more bearish than anything across the board. But this does look like, I mean, you see your EMA 9 right here, trying to reclaim into it. Still under the 21, still under VWAP. Those are short areas. Yes, though, is trying to do something different. One thing you really have to watch is like a previous day low reclaim. So you broke the previous day's range, you accepted back in and held. So if this holds right here, then that looks like a reclaim to take you back up here. And then you probably come back down and see what it's made out of. But we'll see. There's not much news today. We already got all that worked out. All right. I'll be right back, guys. We'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, team, I'm back. Need some agua. All right, we don't want ES to hold here. Reclaim here and then reclaim here. We need a big candle down. I like that we have multiple rejections here on NQ. That's the only thing probably keeping me in the trade. That and the statistics, right? This, just a reminder here. I formed first, 69% of the time we're going to break the low. And then just, it's, oh, not by weekday, standard. So the standard IB, we should break. This is on SPY. Hold on. Let me just go to NQ. All right, so NQ. This is 97% of the time, so there's only 3% chance we don't break either side. There's 71% chance we break one side, 25% chance we break both sides. The size of today, And the way the price action is, I would highly doubt we break both sides. But we know that no break is 3% of the time. So I have one statistic saying we should break the low, and I have basically 97% statistics saying we should break one side or the other. So we should break this or this 97% of the time. And because this formed first, we should break this at what was it, 70 something, 69, 70. So on NQ it's 70, on QQQ it's 69 point something. Basically the same thing. So we'll see if this turns into a little bear flaggy here. But we are trying to reclaim EMAs. We're above VWAP on ES, and I don't really love that. Apple recovering a bit. Boeing doing okay. Tesla's back to break even. Exxon just made a new low. Energy rolling over a little bit. Google not doing anything. Amazon and Meta don't look good. Nvidia's getting into a rising wedge, but still pushing up. Broadcom sideways. AMD not doing anything. I kind of look at like the heaviest weighted stocks in the Nasdaq, Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, all these, and I kind of see what they're doing. Microsoft, Apple. Adrian, you're short. I got a bit over aggressive on this short, but here we are. Well, we'll see what happens. It's playing out very slow. Adrian's short the ES. I mean, I see the pre-market area here. Buying this up pretty strong, though. We're still getting higher lows. Moment of truth here, though, if it goes much higher. What's that 30-minute look like, Adrian? Yeah, still looks pretty solid. I really just got going here. I don't know, we'll see. If SPY does test previous day's low, that's the other spot I would try it. And this would be the second zone. Kind of the same thing on QQQ. If it gets in here, this is kind of no man's land. But the statistics say we should close below here. So as we approach this, I kind of want to short. It's 5 minutes looking good. We'll see. How many rejections can we get right here? One, two, three, four, five. Look at this riding the MA9 though. Yeah, there's nothing I just love about this trade. I would probably like it much better if I was short here. We'll see what happens. Just gonna sit in it. Yes, slightly higher high. Microsoft kind of turning back around. Meta's trying to kind of double bottom. Netflix headed to the lows. Amazon's still under the MA9. Google just went back under the EMAs and VWAP. Microsoft's pushing right back into them. Tesla sitting on. Apple doing okay. Broadcom sitting between VWAP and between the 9 EMA and VWAP, and then the 21 EMA is the same as VWAP right now. This is look at this exact midpoint of that first hour of the market. This gray line right here. And that's also pre-market low from yesterday. I don't know, we'll see what happens here. Kind of right in the middle. I think this could go either way. Once again, you set your risk, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it comes up here, and stops me out here and still works out, then I had a poor entry where I had to risk too much. Yeah, Cliff. I'm also watching. There's a big seller that's been playing around with this all morning that I haven't seen fill yet. He keeps flashing it and taking it back off. Oh yeah. We're rejecting the right spot. It's starting to get really orderly off the MAs, which makes me like, not the biggest fan of this. Oh shit, what's up, Kate? What it is? Kate's sliding in here. You know what I haven't even looked at? I don't even know what crypto's doing today. Oh my God, Circle down 7%. Oh wow, Coin. Wait, Circle got smoked. I was wondering the other day if it was sell the news right here. It was. He said Bob Barker this price action. Come on down. Come on down, baby. Come on. It's gonna run out of. It's gonna get too tight at some point. It's gotta go somewhere. Yeah, Circle down 24% since I tweeted that. Sell the news. Don't hold right there. Just let go of the 200s. Let's just get a little flusher. A little flusher. Open. I haven't even looked at open. Honestly, it's hanging in there okay. Oh, we're alive. Come on now, Daddy. Roll this thing over. Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Don't hold here. Yes, come on. I need to get at least some trims off. I like how the EMA started doing this. If they buy it up here, they buy it up here. Yeah, I should have waited for my spot. Do not close above previous day's low. Back under it. Back down here. No. Oh, they bought it up. The heck gummit. Here you go, Adrian. Did you get a trim off there at that 30? Adrian sniped that entry. Up there in the 36. Come on, Microsoft, pull us down. Trying to save it. They're trying to save it so it doesn't need to hold. No. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a bad sign. Market's telling me no. Yes. Yes, just held what it needed to. All right. Well, that's not a good look. Come on, slap it right back down. We're just watching it go back and forth here for 30 minutes. 10:35, almost in, golly, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Come on, crush it. Microsoft doesn't have a higher low anymore. Netflix is at the low of day. Broadcom's still stuck. Nvidia is slowing down at least. Netflix is about to make a new low. CrowdStrike just rolled over. Oh, Amazon's rolling. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Amazon. Come on, Microsoft. Roll this thing over. Here we go. It's going to be a lot of work to get a 20-point scrum. Oh, yeah. I'm trading the Nas daddy. I'm actually glad I went with NQ instead of ES because ES has been a lot stronger on the bounce. There's a weird divergence. I mean, look at ES. The S&P is only down 0.16. We're down 0.57. NASDAQ. Come on, Microsoft. Look at what Microsoft's doing here. This is where I'm seeing it. Okay, Microsoft looks terrible. Netflix just made a new low of day. Nvidia needs to slow down here. What was the other one? Amazon. Amazon weak. These are 15-minute charts. Broadcom, one of our weakest players today. Broadcom looks okay still. Meta's doing absolutely nothing. Google looking rough now. Let's maybe just to sit and wait and see if it plays out. Come on, Microsoft, pull us down. Drag us down into that mud. There we go. Come on. Let's get this underneath here. I got 5 more minutes left on my stream, but I really want this to play out. At least get the trim before I have to log off. XLV. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, look at XLV. Did somebody report this morning, Lee? Oh, my contact. Hey, tomorrow's where we really get spicy on earnings. Tesla, Google, ServiceNow, IBM, Intel on Thursday. A lot of bearish things on here. We did exceed, so like I mentioned this a little bit earlier, we did exceed the ADR, so that's like one last like thing where I'm like super excited about when we've already gone down. Yeah, XLV very strong. What else is strong? Banks, yeah, look at banks are at the high, which banks were weak. I mean, banks fell off a cliff yesterday. But that's interesting because, like, especially if you look at XLV, that's usually more safety plays. So Pfizer and Moderna up 2%. That's flight to safety. Actually, kind of makes sense that Apple's up as well. All the healthcare. Look at HIMSS is up too. There must have been some kind of catalyst. Something's going on. Uber green today in a sea of red. Yeah, look at all your big banks are green. Wells Fargo, Citi, JP Morgan. Your industrials are John Deere having a good day. Apple and Tesla, you're only two green Mag 7s. Boy, it's still holding in here. It's so strong. Even with Microsoft rolling over. Nvidia's doing okay. Oh, Apple's getting a big pump. We're in divergence territory right now where I have under VWAP, under EMAs here. EMAs haven't crossed. And over here we have above EMAs, above VWAP. EMAs trying to cross. But I'm hoping we see this. We'll see. We will see. Good call on that, Lee. What was energy? I didn't even look at XLE. Was energy up as well? It was in the morning, slightly up. Financials, but yeah, look at your SMH, your tech as a whole, and your SMH. That's your semis right here. Oh, energy's up, but oil's down. Oh my gosh, gold is still going. That's beautiful. Hey, if you're super bullish on the market, this touch of the MA9 is, I mean, at least you saw this day, it went up the next day. Touch of the MA9 immediately get bought up. I mean, that's probably shorts covering already. Anybody that shorted yesterday saw this and said, oh, and any like trend buyers, they say, okay, anytime you see the MA9, You just buy it. EMA9, buy, buy, buy. Keeps working. Yeah, just XLV on, yeah, general overall strength, which makes sense in a de-risk type of market. NVIDIA, a couple upper wicks here on the 15 in a row. Netflix, there goes Netflix. Netflix, guys, if you know me, you know I always say Netflix is kind of like a leader for some reason. It trends hard in the direction that the market usually ends up going. We'll see. I like that as a piece of confluence. I don't like that my context keeps messing up. Look how strong IWM is as well. They're broadening out the market. What is Baldy is actually positive. Baldy Q. Baldy, oh, it's coming down, but Baldy Q was actually, it started to drop, but it was actually pretty strong in the morning. This is holding what it needs to hold, but it's not going anywhere. Trump is talking live right now. See if I can find that. I don't know where he made this comment at. I don't see him live yet. Cliff is all over this. Yeah, there's a little like breeze or weight coming through, and your bobber starts. It's when you get bored and you start like just casting for no reason while you're fishing. That's what I'm trying not to do. Well, we haven't done anything. You have to say we're holding previous day's low. We're rejecting. Look at this tight range. It's gonna resolve out of here somewhere. The 25-point range we're sitting in. Rocket Lab had a headline. They have been contacted about some of the Golden Dome contracts. Uh, to me, this looks like it's going to go higher, but until it does, yeah, that looks like it's higher. I feel like we could have just like sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold bought here. Just played the range until it broke one way or the other. Obviously, I didn't know it was going to do that, but there's VWAP. Does it break? Yeah, little foot definitely looks bullish now. This looks like a reclaim and hold previous day's low. Only thing we have is the New York previous day's low is what, 255? Probably goes up here now. There's no way I'm flipping long now. Not with all the statistics going against. I mean, we just imagine we just waited for VWAP this whole time and we short VWAP 233. You could probably buy it right here and get away with it, but I'm not. I'm still in this. I really thought that was gonna go stop me out. What was that high? 237. I have like a 240s, 242 stop. It probably does. I'm over my time on the stream. I was just kind of, I was watching it. I was like, well, at least I go get a stop out before I leave the stream. Way to kick us in the jug. You could probably buy this, honestly. If anything, you buy yes. Risk like 5 points. I'm not. I can't buy it. Not with, like, when I look through this and I see all this bearish stuff. Apple news. Yeah, Apple got positive news. That may be all it takes to move a market today. So it's about the antitrust stuff. Like, yeah. I just want this to stop me out while I'm still in the stream. I know as soon as I end the stream, it'll stop me out or it'll turn around and go back in the other direction. I mean, I can't deny the chart. I mean, we had multiple rejections at 220, whatever is this, 225, 230, and now we've pushed over it. We're sitting right on top of it. It could look above and fell, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. Look at ES. Hold the phone. All of a sudden, ES and IWM get rejected hard. Right when Q finally looks like it. Trump is now live in the Oval Office. All right, I'm listening to Trump over here. Yeah, Trump's live. Look at this switch. Now Yes is doing this, and look where. They have it's the president of the Philippines. Like ES looks terrible now. And Q looks way better. The divergence is so disgusting. Look at this. It's almost want to add. ES looks terrible now. Oh, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying hard to hold on, but I'm like 15 minutes over time. I've got to jump to some other meetings here in just. But I want to see if this is going to roll over. Microsoft, drag us down. NVIDIA strong. Do I need you to fall on the sword for the team here? What is this? Yeah, I mean, my stop loss is set either way. I just know that, like I said, try to fall on the sword. As soon as I get off of here, it's gonna roll. or go stop me out. One of the two. I would try to. I hate leaving like, okay, well, I'll just leaving an open ending trade. He's talking about Pal, yeah. Come on, Trump, say something dumb. Bond market move. Dollar dying. Oh, I almost missed this on SPX. 6,300. Multiple rejections. TOO, too late, pal. It's a tough call right here. Honestly, it's probably a no trade. If I wasn't already in the trade, I'd be just sitting here waiting. All right, guys. My stop loss is set. Watch. So same level is right here. If we go over it, you see the areas above. SPX 6,300 is the other big key level. If we come up here, hold here, maybe we close. I mean, we should close below this. Should close with red, so we should close below that. We should close below this on QQQ. But here we are doing nothing. All right, guys, I got to jump because I've got a lot of other stuff to work on. My trade's set. If I take the loss, I take the loss. I got a green day set up either way. We'll see. Sure, as soon as I close this out, I am trimming quickly if we get down here. 180 down to 170, and then I'll let runners go if it goes. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Appreciate everyone that yeah, Cliff, so first target now just to kind of get out and get some profit out of the trade would be 170. I'd probably have to trim in this area down here. And then I'd love to see new low, but as long as it's taking, I don't think it's going to happen now. It looks like we're going to head higher. Look, maybe it's just going to stop me out before I close the stream here. It heard I was leaving and it said go. The video's pushing up. Yeah, this is going to take a stop. Or not. I don't know. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'll be back on Thursday morning. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. I wish I would have been live 2 minutes earlier, literally 2 minutes for that first short. But either way, that's where we're at. I'm sitting here. I still haven't got slept out. I'm sure I will soon. We'll see what happens. Data's not good to go make a new high day or anything, so I'll be shorting against that. Try to make some more money this afternoon. We'll see. Stay safe. All right, guys. I'm out. Have a great rest of your day.